day, good morning, good afternoon to wherever you are around the world. Welcome back to Standing in My Truth. I've not done a few podcasts by myself in the last few weeks because I've been busy with interviewing various shows, which you'll find will go up today. I've got a bit of a sore throat because I ran. No, I didn't. I walked on the 21st of November for pancreatic cancer, and I'm sore today, and I had to take some codeine, and this is what codeine does to my voice. So let's hope it's not too bad. But I thought I'd stop by today because, as per normal, I like to stand in my truth and my observation in the last few weeks. I'm going to start with what COVID has taught me per se. And, I guess if through COVID, this is just me talking about my mortality. If I was to die tomorrow through COVID, people probably have a party. And say, the wicked purple witch is dead. Or no one would bat an eyelid. I also noticed through COVID that I lost more friends than I had before COVID. I noticed that I don't really have many friends. I think I would have to say I have associates, but I don't have friends. And when I'm telling you this message, it's not about me feeling sorry for myself. I'm just telling you what I've learned through COVID. And what COVID has showed me, that when you're in your own bubble, this is what your bubble looks like. No one reaches out to find out if you're okay. You reach out to find out if everybody else is okay. But when you look back and you try to socialize through social media, you try to do positive things, or you think you're doing positive things, or you realize that what you might be doing is exacerbating other people's social being or mental well-being, or what you are doing is where others who we've all sat at home and thought, I want to be a presenter, I want to do a podcast, I want to write a book, I want to tell my story, but they don't know how. But when they see other people making steps to do things for themselves, the rain of envy comes down like heavier than a torrential downpour. And it's sad to see that, because you think you're starting something, and the people that you'd have general conversation with are the ones who actually turn their backs on you, are the ones who decided that I'm not going to listen to her, I actually don't like her. And so my audience is based on people who find me by chance, because I'm a very proud person. I don't ask for anything. I won't, I tried various experiments with, my YouTube shows. So I sent out a thing through WhatsApp, and I had people coming back. It was like, oh, you're right, Val. Or some people coming back and going, yeah, how you doing? But it made me realize that if some people wanted to reacquaint because they think that I'm, let's get back together, and some people reacquainted and what's the word I'm looking for? Not chide. Paid lip service. Felt like they had to tell you you're doing good. When I'm not seeking your validation. I don't need your validation to say I'm doing good. This is just me standing in my truth. And I've met some amazing people along the way, and I felt it was good for them to have a chat, because we're not going out, we're not partying, we're not doing anything. And everybody is actually doing a podcast now. everybody is now doing Zoom parties or Zoom presentation, whatever it is. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's great, because this is where we are in the 21st century. It's all technology. But what I don't understand is, I don't go around watching other people's podcasts, I'm not going to lie, or read or listening. I just had my own idea and I decided this is what I want to do. And I'm sure there's a lot of people like me. But what I don't understand is, and I've heard it around, I've spoken to other people, it's how could you speak to your friends and steal their ideas? You know, how? I don't get it. So, you know, I want to walk for the cancer, pancreatic cancer charity. But all of a sudden, everybody wants to do the walk, and I'm going to do this, and I need to tell everybody that this is what I'm going to do, because you need to have the focus on you. Then, fine, do that. Do that. I know why I did the pancreatic cancer, and do you know? No one asked me, why did I walk for pancreatic? Why did you choose that charity? One person, and it was my sister. My sister asked, why did you choose pancreatic cancer? And you know why? When I was diagnosed, actually I wasn't diagnosed, I was given 24 hours to live. And when I did come through, like 9 months later, actually it was 6 months, and I was lying in intensive care. I remember the doctor turning and saying, we think you might have pancreatic cancer. We're not sure, because your pancreas is dissolving. It was pretty much eating itself. And they couldn't fathom out what was going on. But lo and behold, I had like the greatest doctors at St. Thomas's Hospital who battled. They tried everything. I think I became a guinea pig. And 15 years on, I'm still here. So I'm grateful. So I don't do things because I'm looking for clout. I don't do things because I'm looking for clout. I do things because I've experienced it. I don't imagine it. I don't think it. I do it through experience. So, as I said, the things I've learned through COVID is the people that actually care about you, or you think care about you, they don't. No one's happy for you. They pay you lip service, and they feel that by paying you that's validating them, when in fact, for argument's sake, it was my birthday. People had Zoom parties, people had all sorts. I did nothing. My life, whatever I portray out there on social media, it's not what I really am out inside. I love my peace and quiet, and but creatively, I like to not just music. I like to write. I like to help. I like to just have good conversation. But COVID has really taught me a lot. I don't know about anybody else out there. I can only speak for myself, standing in my own truth. But it'd be interesting to hear how COVID has helped anybody else, or what did they find. So I'm not talking about, have you volunteered, and it's dire out there. But I went to Greenwich yesterday on the 21st of November, and we're supposed to be in lockdown. And this is Greenwich, London. And it was heaving. You would never know that we were in lockdown. You would never know that we were in lockdown. Now, some parts of London where I am, you can see where money is very influential. Because if you come towards the different sectors of London, where shops are closed, things are closed, the streets are dead. And the small little shops are really, struggling to make ends meet. And those are the shops that we are running to, or people are running to. You go to Greenwich, which is parts of Greenwich is very affluential. You could see the affluence and the power of money on a Saturday afternoon, that there was no lockdown. Markets was going, shops are open, people in a cafe. And it was quite disturbing to find people having arguments about masks in like places like, well, I didn't go to McDonald's, but people were having arguments about wearing a mask, or they didn't like your skin tone. So this is not about colour, but it's just crazy what I've learned about the perception of people. You had people who, as a black person, would sidestep you because they think you're carrying the COVID and it's because of you. Why COVID? How mad is that? Crazy. And that's what I've noticed. And so, people are they're happy to walk around in their bubble. But as soon as there's a black person in that bubble, this is non-people of colour, they get anxious. They're anxious that black people are going to give them COVID. Crazy. But that's just one scenario. And so, I said a few things right at the beginning of COVID and when we had the whole Black Lives Matter and stuff. And another thing I've noticed as well is that I've lost friends because they can't be associated with me. Has that ever happened to anybody? People are happy to take what I have. I want what she's got. I want to be where she's at. I want to go to that restaurant where she goes to. I went to a beautiful restaurant for my birthday just before we got locked down the day before. And someone had the audacity to message me and say, how come you're at my restaurant? Because they've got a bit of money. They don't realise I've got money. But they felt it was okay to message me on Instagram and say, are you at my restaurant? And I had to say, I didn't know you owned that restaurant. Because you give off this lifestyle of money, you think you're the only one that can go to this posh restaurant. I wanted to say to him, darling, I go posh restaurants all the time. I just don't publicise it on social media. Stop wearing what you don't have. Stop living a lifestyle that you can't afford. It's not necessary because you'll only get found out. So, I would have saved 10 of us would be doing the same thing. And I will post the same post of 10 people. And would you believe that the other 9 that would post what I would post would get thousands of views and everyone would talk to them, and I'd probably get 5. And it made me realise that no matter what I do, I will never ever get likes, or I will be liked. And I need to change my circle of friends. I need to change the environment that when we come out of lockdown, I need to change the environment that I'm around, the people that I've surrounded myself with. Because really and truly, I think I was for them, but they were never for me. They were buying into a lifestyle that I've worked hard for. I've worked hard for the life I have. And I've never begrudged anybody anything, never. But you see, when they realise that it's not all glitz and glamour, they all seem to fall off the way. Or they've made up stories, and they've told everybody, and people that, people take joy in watching other people's demise. They take joy in bringing you down. In my community, if they could drag me from a pole and swing me and cut my neck off, they would. And this is not me being, making this up in my head. This is facts. Absolute fact. And it's been proven to me every day, every single day. And I'm scared to even mention an idea, because every idea that I mention, somebody wants to do it within my fraternity days. Or if I've gone ahead and done something, the support is like tumbleweeds. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So, I'm standing in my truth, and I'm going to continue doing. And if I have one listener, I'm happy. If I've got 5 watchers, I'm happy. I don't need to jump on other people's bandwagons. Yes, I know a lot of people, and I don't need to go out and find. Also, I found is that people who have approached to interview them on my platform are condescending, or they think that my platform is going to make them bigger than what they are. I've had people that are happy to come on and they don't question, why am I doing this? And you know what? I'm not making a penny from my podcasting. I'm not making any money from the YouTube channel shows. I've spent a fortune on logos and getting everything up and running, because I've just dreamt of being a presenter. I've always wanted to be a presenter. I always wanted to interview people. I always wanted to banter. I just wanted to talk, because I can talk. I'm not great. And I'm not going to go start showing cleavage and having the makeup on my face to draw an audience to me. Because unfortunately, that's the superficial world we live in now. But all I'm trying to say to people is just be yourself. Let people breathe. Let people have something. Be happy for other people. Stop trying to drag people down. Have some compassion. Look at someone and see their pain. Look at someone and understand that they just need a friend. Look at someone and say, that could be me. But stop. I just want to say to people, stop taking stuff that you didn't work for. You didn't work for it, so why try to take it from someone else? Soul destroying. So, my next episode is about, I'm going to go on to about clout chasing and watching people, and I've had to now decimate my Facebook page. I'm just taking everything off, and hopefully I can shed some more light and love in the world of COVID that we are now in. I don't know where this is going to take me next year when we're out and everybody's up and about and going on holidays all over again. I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be singing again. I don't know, because I stopped writing good music a long time ago. I'm nobody. It'd be lovely if I could find a good romance. I'd love to find someone who could hold my hands, and we could go on picnics and walks in the park and make plans together. Lie in. Today's a beautiful Sunday. And here I am on my own, got a bit of a gammy tummy. And, the sun's peering through the window and there's no one to talk to. No one to talk to. Just about my family. And it made me look into myself. Is it me? Is it because I'm so standoffish? I give off that air of nothingness that people don't feel that they, consider me. Or they just think that I've got lots of friends and I don't need to be spoken to. Or what I do hate is when guys, as I said, someone's alarm's just gone off. Or I hate that guys just think that it's just all about sex. And I'm a nobody, and it brings me back to being a no one. I'm going to stop this podcast. But here we go. But I do hope in the wonderful world that you all live in, that your loved ones aren't suffering. And if they are, pray and ask for deliverance from the universe and the Lord to deliver them back to you. Everybody's in my thoughts, everybody's in my prayers. And I hope that whoever car alarm that is that's going on outside, please do not let me go and get my bow and arrow and shoot straight through your car. So here I am signing out, standing in my truth, 22nd of November, 2020. This is what COVID has taught me. Have a great day. Bye.